The A-League regular season is done and dusted, so Joel Fruci and Joey Lynch thought they would select their teams of the season. There was too much disagreement to settle on just one. Goalkeeper, Lawrence Thomas did just enough to stand out from his compatriots in the goalkeepers union, displaying his innate sense of positioning and anticipation, ability to serve as an important safety valve for the victory defense, and kept his side in numerous games, with a number of world-class reaction saves. Right back, Luke Wilkshire, much like Zulo on the wing across from him, there was little competition standing between Wilkshire and a spot on this team. Despite his advanced age, the 36-year-old was an effective contributor going forward, ranking 10th in the A-League in passes attempted with 1,186, going at 83.2% success rate. Centre-back, Alex Wilkinson has proven to be a rock at the back for Sydney FC. The 33-year-old only conceded 10 fouls. In contrast, the league leader, James Troisi, conceded 67, and received only a solitary yellow card. League leader Josh Risdon received 10, throughout the length of the campaign. Centre-back, Nikolai Topper-Stanley. Much has been made of the attacking prowess of the Jets this season, but Topper-Stanley has quietly put together a magnificent season for Ernie Merrick in his first season in Newcastle. The 33-year-old started every game as they set club records left, right and centre and brought a renewed sense of energy back to Novocastrian football. Left back, Michael Zulo, a clear standout. Zulo has thrust himself into Socceroos contention with an exemplary season for the A-League's stoutest defense. The 29-year-old ranks equal second for assists, and his presence has been a vital one as the Harborsiders secured back-to-back premierships. Central midfield, Josh Brillante has once again been a picture of consistency in his central role in the Sydney midfield. The 25-year-old's work rate and pressure is a perfect fit for Graham Arnold's side, with Brillante tireless in his efforts to apply pressure against sides too casual. In their efforts to move the ball into attack, Brillante ranked second in possessions and passes attempted over the course of the season, and his work was enough to earn a call-up to Bert van Marwijk's Socceroos squad for the recent friendlies against Norway and Colombia. Central midfield, Luke Bryan has been an integral part of City's third-placed finish this year, and nobody has seen more of the ball in the A-League than the Melbourne City clubman of the year, eventually nailing down a starting spot in Warren Joyce's side after the new City boss had engaged with some early season experimentation. Bryan flourished under the former Manchester United assistant. He led the league in possessions with 1,625, finished second in passes completed with 1,284 and third in completed crosses with 45. Attacking midfielder, Leroy George. No club has relied upon a player more than Victory have relied upon George. The Suriname-born former Dutch youth international has been a revelation in his first season in the A-League, leading the league in assists, completed crosses and adding 8 goals over the course of the campaign, proving especially lethal from set pieces, with cries of re-employ Leroy quickly taking hold among the Victory faithful. The pressure will be on to retain the services of the 30-year-old for next season. Attacking midfielder, Adrian Mirzievski. There was never any doubt the Pole would be a part of this team. Mirzievski has been yet another revelation in his first season in the A-League, ranking third in the league in goals and second in assists as he helped form one of the most lethal quartets in Australian footballing history. The 31-year-old truly has the ability to show just why football is the beautiful game whenever he finds himself in possession of the ball, demonstrating this year an ability to lay pinpoint crosses, perfectly judged passes and finish in the most extraordinary of ways. Attacking midfielder, Milos Ninkovic. Ninkovic has once again played such an integral role for Sydney FC that he simply cannot be overlooked. For someone that did not play an entire season, Ninkovic's ability to find space, pick out teammates and know just where he needs to be at just the right time is still supreme among his A-League compatriots, and while he may have had to share the spotlight a little more than he did during his Johnny Warren medal-winning season in 2017-18 during this campaign, his influence on a Sydney team that became the A-League's first back-to-back premiers cannot be understated. Striker, Ross McCormick. Surprise, it seems almost blasphemous to name anyone else in this position other than Bobo, especially after the Brazilian went and set an A-League record for goals this season with 27, but in this writer's mind, McCormick was the best striker to play in the A-League this season, arriving at City late in the pre-season, out of shape, nursing nagging injuries that would only be exacerbated during his 16 games and With an attitude that could no doubt have been better, McCormick was still quite clearly a level above A-League defenses during his cameo at Melbourne City, racing to 14 goals before his departure. McCormick proved to be even more lethal at set pieces than George Mirzaevsky and, if given the chance to play a full season, likely would have been the one to set the A-League goal-scoring record. Goalkeeper Jamie Young, the Brisbane stopper, was prone to errors, but when at his best, it would take something special to beat him. The Roar's form was hardly ideal, and that made him an integral presence in goal, called into action with great frequency, stood tall and ultimately helped them sneak into the finals. Right back, Luke Wilkshire. There are very few, if any, alternatives for this position. The former Socceroo showed he can still deliver at 36 and delivered what Sydney lost in Ryan Grant, an overlapping right back willing to run all day. Centre-back, Alex Wilkinson, he almost saved his best for last against Victory, capping off a defensive masterclass with a miraculous goal line clearance in round 27 to deny George. Easily the best centre-half of the campaign. Centre-back, Bart Schenkeveld, the Dutchman has proven to be one of the signings of the season in any position. Schenkeveld is a complete defender, a physical presence, good on the ball and an expert reader of the play. Left back, Michael Zullo. Like Wilkshire, there was little second-guessing his place in the team. Missed a portion of games late in the season with a hamstring injury, but scarcely missed a beat other than that. His crossing has only improved. Central midfield, Josh Brillante, the 25-year-old again proved to be a force in the middle of Sydney's midfield alongside Brandon O'Neill, who also deserves plenty of credit. A tireless breaker of play who is the ideal holding midfielder in any team. Central midfield, Steven Ugarkovic, his influence and role in propelling Newcastle Jets up the table in Ernie Merrick's revolution should not be underestimated. Ugarkovic set the attacking tone by playing forward at will, always with eyes for the attacking third. Attacking midfield, Adrian Mirzaevsky, his selection is self-explanatory. Arguably the player of the season, oozing confidence and quality. We are blessed to have him in our league. Midfield, Andrew Nabout. It is a pity we did not get to see the attacker cap off an outstanding season in the A-League, but few can begrudge him for taking up a life-changing opportunity with Urawa Red Diamonds. Prior to the season, Nabout set himself a goal of 10 goals and 10 assists, and he achieved the former of those with extra weight on his shoulders. Left midfield, Leroy George. Where would Victory be without him? Dare we say, not in the finals. George's set-piece quality is exceptional, and offered Victory fans something of a blast from the past, reminiscent of the Carlos Hernandez days. Striker, Bobo, an automatic selection. 27 goals in as many games is a haul never before seen in our league. The Brazilian's clinical edge scarcely faded throughout the campaign, making the most of the sublime delivery he received.